Medium gym. Yep. Oh my god. It's huge. I think they took mercy by not having the entire area. Oh, it's the pipe too? Oh no. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and the Filippo Barrio shell. Classic. Filippo Barrio got its start when Mr. Filippo Barrio. Blah 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 blah. I can't remember it all anymore. I used to know the whole thing. I've been playing so much Tarkov lately. Frankly, it's embarrassing. It's not that embarrassing, but I've been getting back into it. It's been nice. Chefs of the Field, I don't remember that from way back when. I know for a while they showed it recently. And some of those are too rough for me. Some of those are like, okay, I get it. Like, I get what you're doing, but like, yeah, cool. Next. Honestly. I wish they'd get some like more modern stuff, but I don't know if they just Jansen doesn't care enough or what. I mean, there's shows that they have the rights to that they're just like, eh. I'm gonna put these here so that they're out of the way, and then I can come back to them later. Do I have scaffolding? No. Hi, SP. Okay. Well. What I didn't like is how, I can't remember his name, but who's the guy who basically did the emotes and was running the stuff in there? I don't know, he treated it like it was his own channel in a weird way. Like, it was still using, Moobot was still using like his taco emotes and stuff. Shweddy, I think that was him. I mean, I think his channel as well is just like, he runs a channel that's just like 24/7 commercials and stuff, and it's like, it's cool, I guess. I don't know. It's just at odds with my idea of not wanting to be one of those channels that just plays videos and talks over them. But to play them and then not even talk over them is even lazier, and I don't like it. Granted, there's been so many times where I've been watching like TV or movie, and I think this would be dope to watch this with people. I wish there was a mechanism where you could watch a TV show or a program like the right way. There's Watch Together with Amazon, but it's so limited. Criminally limited. Like nobody but those in the US would be able to do it. Watch parties, I think they're called. Yeah. Now, if you're doing something where like you pull up somebody's content for a moment, like, oh, I need to look up this, I'm doing this game and I need how do I do this thing? And you pull up somebody's guide on YouTube and watch it for maybe 5-6 minutes while they go through the thing. That's fine. Hopefully you're like, hey, here's where I got the thing from, go check them out. At the very least. Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, he clearly has subscribers and is making money off of it. And I don't mean to single him out either, obviously. There's so many other examples. I love Will Neff. I love watching Will Neff every now and then. But he's another one where like he has, I think he calls it like film night or like film class, and he does a little more than that, where like he gets people that were like involved with the movie on and does like interviews and actual discussions and stuff. But at the end of the day, you're just watching a movie entirely on your channel. You know, he got a temporary ban for that, and people were like, why would you ban him? I'm like, because he's not his content. I don't know what to tell you. Even this right here, me playing this game is technically, I'm using somebody else's content. But there's an understanding that it helps. There's a benefit to game companies to have their stuff showcased. Which is why you have sometimes they'll snatch the rights out from other people if they're bad-mouthing their game. But also they most realize that if they were to do that, the negative press would outweigh what they might lose if they let it continue. Also, I don't know if you're still here, Nine, but that club stuff sounded really cool too. Congratulations on that. I believe it's different from guilds, but there's going to be a makers and crafting club on Twitch, which is exciting. And her and Pix are founders. That's really cool. That's born from what you probably from the conversations you had with Twitch, right? I mean, because I remember you talked about that, where you gave them a lot of feedback. Yeah. So I know you talked about you I think when you apply you have to stream in the category. Is that going to be strict to makers and crafting? Like they just had that that split with like Lego and minis and stuff. Like is that going to exclude them? Is it the kind of thing where like you should stream in a category in the proper category, and if your proper category isn't that one, then it doesn't work? I don't know. That is got to be a smart way to say that. But I can't think of it. Because on the one hand, I'd understand that, like, let's say you're a mini painter, you probably want to use the mini category, but it still is technically makers and crafting, and it was up until, you know, 2 weeks ago. Okay. Might end up being a food and drink club too? Okay. Bing. From what I remember hearing, it is a Twitch centric meeting grounds for people to support each other like through Twitch. So imagine there you go. I was about to say that verbatim off the top of my head because I remembered and I have a sharp memory, but you got it. Yeah, but you can't really use those to facilitate talking with people. Imagine if, I mean, I don't think it's low effort at all. I think, picture it like a forum. Imagine if there was official Twitch forums and there was a Powerwash Simulator game forum. This is really a micro level of it. But for makers and crafting, there you join it and you can talk to anybody else from the category that's joined it, and you can use it to coordinate. I'm assuming you can use it to coordinate events or charity or give people advice and help on how to do things. And yeah, as many things as they bungle, this sounds a bit different because it sounds like it's just Twitch doing the framework for it, and then obviously they're gonna have to have some kind of hand in it because you don't want to have, you know, you know, like obviously you and Pix are level-headed and normal, but if they were to say pick people that weren't really nice or inclusive or were very cliquey, they would need some way and measure to step in and be like, hey, yeah, you know what, you're not moderating this anymore. So they'll have some kind of hand in it. It's nice and clean. Gorge. Yeah. That, and the number one reason being that there's also egos that play into it, so. Well, I think it'll be as good as the users who put into it, who buy into it. I just hope Twitch doesn't, you know, abandon it in 6 months or whatever. I just, if they put in the effort that is needed and have the streamers kind of, they put in the 20% and have the streamers do the 80% or whatever the split is, then it should be good. Should be a good thing. I'm excited to see how it plays out. I didn't even know there was a Pride Guild until I went and checked and it was already closed. Even though I know that's different from clubs, and I didn't mean to equate them or anything, I just, the thought popped into my head. Also, because you said you were in the Women's Guild Discord, was it? Yeah, or server. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Oh, it's a gear. Okay. Just remember, because it's a club, the golden rule, which is that Mark's not allowed. Yeah, he doesn't thrive under oversight and structure and rules. He's a wildcat. Is kind of difficult to work in here on some of this. It was a little tight. He was on a field trip today. He was on a field trip today, and it was hilarious because his Bella box kept cutting out at like the perfect time. He would go to say something and it would cut out, and then we'd be like, okay, that's hilarious. And then he'd say something else, and something where like a pause would fit perfectly, and then the Bella box would cut out. And then he came back and he was so frustrated. He's like, you know what? Or he said one time he was like, yeah, I own like 12 guns, and then it cut out. Like, oh no, they got him. And then later when he was so frustrated, he was like, you know what, since this is going to cut out anyways, I'm just going to get all my guns and I'm going to come back and I'm going to shoot all these birds in the lake and every animal that I can find on the way here, and didn't cut out once. It's like, oh sure, when I talk about that it won't cut out. Then when I talk about normal stuff, and then it cut out. You 100% would have believed he was doing it himself with some great timing, but he's just losing connection. It's great. I don't think about TikTok. I have been watching more and more people that do Twitch and YouTube simul streaming, and that keeps nagging at the back of my head about maybe I should just get that set up and leave it, you know, kind of turnkey it. So then I can just pull up the chat and it'll save it to whatever. It'll just save the VODs right there. I could even make it like a second channel just for like raw VODs that, because as soon as you're done streaming, it just saves it, right? But the stuff I end up wanting to save anyways, I'm already, you know, kind of trimming the commercials out of right now anyway. Including this one here. You won't see the commercials, people watching on YouTube. By the way, subscribe. Hit that bell. Catch me live on Twitch. All I know is that I'm trying to get, I mean, it ain't working, but things are gonna have to start moving off platform if I'm gonna keep streaming. I'll put it that way. Because they're gonna keep squeezing and squeezing. Like a bell on a cat, you know when he's active. That's true. I mean, there's an easy reason that you can't do that right now, which is that companies won't allow it. So that's not even a Twitch thing. You can choose when they play, yeah. But you can't choose which ones play. What if you're self-sufficient and don't want the ads? I mean, the only way you're ever gonna not get ads is if you pay. And the reason being is because it's fucking expensive to serve video. So yeah, you're gonna have to pay as a streamer to not have ads. You're never not gonna have ads because ads are paying Twitch bills. Like, it costs an incredible amount of money to have this, and we get to do it for free. They give that option though if you're not an affiliate, right? If you're not an affiliate or partner, yes, you can do it without ads. No, they don't give you an option to pay for it. But I'm saying, if there was ever a chance that you could have no ads while being an affiliate or a partner, it would almost certainly come with a fee from the streamer. Like, the streamer would pay. And it wouldn't be a set amount, because that's not how ads work. It wouldn't be the same price for me to turn off ads as it would be for Shroud to turn off ads. It would be per user, and they would be calculated after the fact, probably. It would come out of your payout, because it is insanely expensive to serve up all this video for free. Or it would come from the users and they would have to pay to watch. Yes. Money has to come from somewhere to pay for the bills. Yeah, I don't like ads either. Nobody likes ads. It's just, how else do you think that gigabytes and gigabytes of video get served? I mean, I've streamed 6 gigabytes of data since I started, and I'm just coming up on 2 hours live. Like, if I want to make my own website and figure out how to stream video to it and then have a distribution system so that people can log in and view my stream, I can do that. Then I can run it without ads. But it also is going to cost me an arm and a leg to be able to serve the video up. Maybe not at this size of a stream, but I'm also not going to have any of the things that draw people in to subscribe, like emotes and sub streaks and any of the other stuff that come with it. Like, the solution is obviously just become a non-affiliate, non-partner. Then you don't have redemptions, you don't have any of the other stuff. It's not as simple as just don't be that. Like, people say that on the Twitch subreddit all the time. Just to not have ads, just you can drop out of affiliate. Oh, sure. And then you lose most of the reason that people would be drawn to a channel to support that person. Because if that weren't the case, there would be way more people doing things like Fourth Wall and Patreon and stuff. But most of the reason people don't gravitate towards those platforms is because they're invested in what they have on Twitch in terms of emotes and subscriptions and stuff. Because because I can tell you that I have a Fourth Wall and it's cheaper for people to subscribe to the Fourth Wall, and I get more of a cut, and that's still not enough incentive for anybody outside of one person so far to look at it. Granted, there could be a lot more in the way of incentives on there, but I don't exactly know what people want out of thin air, kind of thing. Like, I'm open to ideas. but we got about a minute and a half before they run. Random bird noise ASMR. Anyways, that's all the whole business side, and I loathe talking about that stuff. Necessary as it is. As for like merch and stuff, I'm always open to ideas. I should I add more stuff? Sure, but like, you know, otherwise I'm just throwing 50 things at the wall and saying, you know, I like magnets and stickers and mugs, and so that's what I started with. I think the mouse mats are kind of neat. But like t-shirts and hats and stuff, I don't know about that. I'm open to adding stuff, so I'd love to get some more designed things as well. There's sub-gifting. I think you can, actually. Isn't there? I'm pretty sure there is. I know you can gift merchandise. The only reason I don't have that turned on yet is because it's a little finicky with international. Like you can gift an item for giveaway where it like starts a giveaway and then people can enter and then they get a code. Like somebody in chat can purchase one and then give it away, kind of thing. But it gets kind of dicey because if it's like an international order, it covers up to a certain amount. I should probably have a conversation with Nine about that, the finer points on that offline. Because I think she has experience with that. You would use Ko-Fi because Patreon takes 8% and Ko-Fi takes that. Well, I had Ko-Fi and I got rid of it in favor of Fourth Wall because Fourth Wall does subs and regular tipping and stuff too. And I think they also don't take as much as Patreon. Suggests me. What do you mean? Oh, okay. I was like, did I make one? I can't remember if I actually did make one back in the day or not. I got all nervous, like, wait, what? There's, huh? How successful is Fake Me Patreon? And how do I get a cut of all the money that I'm missing out on? Everybody in chat's like, yeah, we've been subscribed to you forever. What do you mean? Yeah. Listen, I would do a reward of like, you know, answering machine message, but people don't know what that is anymore. Be like, what's an answering machine, old man? How did you get into my house? Please leave. I do think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do probably some fourth wall. I got to figure out how to do it through YouTube as well. I think I can upload videos to fourth wall. Maybe I can just share them through YouTube, but do like some game series that are just for fourth wall. I got to pick a good game series and make it like actually fun. Try to make content that's actually good enough to want to join for. Unlisted? Yeah. Okay. Party game stuff? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like playing games with them? Yeah. Yeah. I wish I had expertise in some kind of field that I could give like tips and stuff on. Like 9 can teach people to crochet. Most people, I would exclude myself from that because I'm unteachable. I don't really like. All right, you have yourself a good sleep. Cheers. Thanks for the chat. What do you like to make? Trouble. I believe I'm taking less because it's an incentive. It's a draw. Bing. You know what I can do? I can just put a Factorio playthrough on fourth wall. I just drive everybody nuts. Everybody who's ever asked me to play that game, oh, it's on fourth wall. Hey, you want to see me play that game that you've asked 100 times about? Fourth wall. Anyways, others have other happy subjects. Yeah, we've hit heavy stuff and you know, money things and like I don't know, what do we talk about? Something else, and go. And converse. There's so many heavy things around Twitch where it's like I just don't want to think about the fact that I'm on this platform sometimes. It's so tough lately. What was that? Switch running wheel off. Oh. Wait. Oh, you just target it. Wait, can I go inside? Oh. Wait, is it working? Oh, it... run on the wheel for 20 seconds. Yep, I did that. Whoa, it's blind. Whataburger is so yummy. I hope to one day try it. Everybody talks so much about it. You can't have a conversation about burgers without somebody mentioning Whataburger. Oh yeah, In-N-Out Californian guy? What about Whataburger? Like, bro, I was just saying that I was enjoying a burger I got. Come on now. This makes it really easy to clean this. Look at that. Dude, people knock Wendy's all the time, and it's like, what Wendy's are you going to that it's a bad experience? Like, I've never had a bad Wendy's experience. I know it happens, but like, I actually had a conversation about this with my brother tonight. Weirdly enough. Not weirdly, I guess, just coincidentally. About In-N-Out and how, like, you can't escape talking about In-N-Out when you mention that you're from California. And people just, for some reason, they won't accept that you can just like a burger from someplace without declaring it to be the most superior. Here's my selling point. Okay, if I go to somebody brand new and they're like, tell me about In-N-Out, here's my sales pitch. Okay, the In-N-Out that you're gonna have at X day, whenever you're having it, is gonna be the same In-N-Out that you're gonna have in 10 years, and it's gonna be the same In-N-Out that you had 10 years ago. It's an extremely consistent, reliable product that is fresh, and honestly, yes, the price has gone up a little bit like everything else, but it's still comparatively cheap. So, and I can appreciate that about it. And if you want to compare something like In-N-Out to like gourmet places or like sit-in places, then it's a losing proposition. Hi again, Plumpy. How you doing? I think you said something earlier, right? Zach said hi earlier. Hi, Zach. I was like, wait a minute, we've had this conversation. It was the doppelganger. Bing. Oh, this wheel turning makes it so easy to clean this. I love it. gonna clean this part now by not moving my mouse. I'm doing okay. It's been a long day. Been a long couple days. I'm getting ready to format my computer this weekend, which is unnerving, but ever ate at the Apple Pan? Never even heard of the Apple Pan. That's true. I'm scared to say your name. Schnretzel? Did I nail it? That is true though. Honestly, it's whatever you like, and people who act superior about their product versus other products for no reason other than to be contentious, I'm not down with that. I got better things to do, you know? There's one thing we can agree on, everything is too expensive. So let us eat the rich. Down with the bourgeois. Further west of you, so not surprising. I don't know if we can get much further west. Oh, LA. Okay. Yeah, that is technically further northwest. Yeah, okay. We got a new 3D printer, so Zach is printing a ton of stuff. Oh man, that sounds amazing. I, at some point, would love to have a 3D printer, but it seems so daunting. You have to let me know your experience with it in terms of like cleaning and maintenance and like all the minor stuff. Plumpy, I would relish hearing about that. Because like I said, at some point I would love to do it, but like, it's just daunting. I don't know how else to explain it. I in my head, I'm picturing myself with a 3D printer and printing nothing but bad products for like the first, I don't know. I would probably blow so much filament on just broken items because I wouldn't know what I was doing and it would be a disaster. But I mean, a learning experience, but still a disaster, an expensive disaster. But no, what kind of place is it, Pickle? I honestly have been watching so much of Mike Moans that it's making me want to like try painting. But that's another hobby that's just like, I need to actually follow through on, because I have watercolor stuff that was graciously bestowed upon me by Fwithki, like a basic watercolor set, and I made a couple watercolor paintings of birds. And I want to follow up on that. I don't just want to do like, here, let me do one thing of this hobby and then stop. So that's why I'm trying to stick with like the cross stitch for now and then get something else later. But if I did have a 3D printer, I would probably use it to make cool minis and stuff. Just above the 40510. Okay. Okay. So yeah, technically LA, but what I would consider more East Los Angeles. East Los. Oh, actually, I know that exact interchange. I have a lot of friends in Santa Monica, so, which I haven't seen in forever. Diner type fare, old school. Hickory burger. We get you 2 patties. Couple slices of bacon with that delicious hickory smoked flavor. Lettuce. Let us tell you about how there's no vegetables on this delicious hickory mound. Be a nice even line. Apple pan burger. Oh, here we go. Okay, I see what they're doing. Delivers pie. Oh, of course they have to deliver. Like, that's just stepping up and getting with the times, so to speak. Looks delicious. Looks really simple. I mean, you can't see a lot of it because of the wrapping, but looks very no frills, which is great. Only tomato getting near this burger is the ketchup. Not bougie. What was the price on that? I looked at the soda. Oh, okay. Conveyor frame. What is it that one down there too? Yeah. I got a Twitch survey. They sent me a survey and they asked quite a few questions about setting your VODs to sub only. Questions like, have you ever done that? What's prevented you from doing that? And they were like, would you do it more if there were other options like followers or timed exclusives or blah blah blah? And so I have a suspicion that something involving that is going to change soon. I would love it if they gave more options, right? Because I don't want to make my VOD subscriber only. That's ridiculous. But it would be cool. Or it would be cool if there were just more options, you know? Follow only VODs, maybe. couldn't see too much of a reason that I would have to have that on, but I could see how some people might. It's not going to do a whole lot, you know, it'll drive more people to follow. It's not really a security thing, but timed exclusivity, that would be definitely a cool thing. But just to kind of hide everything away, I wouldn't be able to do that. I mean, as a creator, I want more people to see my content as possible. One of the things they said, would you be surprised to know that streamers who have VODs set to subscriber only see a 1/3 increase in the number of subs? And I was like, I guess if you have content that is worthy enough to be subscribed for, maybe. Oh, I don't care, Pickle. That's far enough away. As far as the places nearby. The one thing I did put in the notice was, I wish they allowed us. So right now, if you watch any of the VODs, like pick a satisfactory VOD, you'll notice there's weird cuts. Well, the weird cuts are there because there's commercials. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate the consideration. The way that is that Twitch has a very nice built-in feature where you can like choose segments of a VOD and then basically stitch them together. And it's really nice. What I would like them to do, and I put this in the suggestions, is let us pick 2 different VODs and put them together. Because if my stream goes down and it comes back up and I don't get to it in time, and so it makes 2 different VODs, well, I have to download both of those and put them together in a video editor and then upload them to YouTube. So my suggestion was, let us import 2 different VODs and then act as if it's one. But I don't know. I don't think they really care. All I know is I might get $5 Amazon credit just for answering the questions. Let's go. Free Amazon money. Suck it, Bezos. I'm sorry, don't fire me. Oh, I can't go on here. Can I run up the side of this? Let's see. Yep. Yep. Oh God. Can I spin on this? Oh, disappointing. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Forgot I can do that. Boom, boom, boom. I gotta cut like a bunch. I think I gotta cut like 10 satisfactory VODs. I don't want to do it. Let me wait here. Oh, that doesn't spin. Why is that annoying? There we go. There we go. Easy. Yeah. Let's see if I can get this the right angle. Yeah. I want to get both edges of the blade. Perfect. Just let it go until it dings. Bing. The shaft. Ugh. It's trying to crush me. And was it all the place in between? Giggity. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was part of it. I thought that was like a cap. Well, you didn't tell me, game. How was I supposed to know? Wow, I got the entire wheel at this angle. Look at that. Bing. Oh. Why hide this in here? The whole thing? Yeah. Okay. Hi, dragon. Gorgeous. Now it's all coming together. Short. There we go. Man, everything moves. It's great. Except when it gets in the way. Oh, maybe I could do that 14 run as a timed thing. Purr. Thank you, Anonymous, for the cat purse. Beautiful sounds. Q-tip. Should be getting your paints in about a week. Very nice. I was talking about Mike earlier and how it, watching him so much is making me want to like try it. But it's kind of like cross stitch in a way where you can't really go out and buy all the different colors of paints. Might be able to buy a handful of basic ones, but most projects are going to have, you know, unique paints. If I were to buy a 36 pack of thread for cross stitch, who knows if I'd ever use, you know, 25 of them. 3 minutes. Yeah. I mean, this more like, this is like 3D printer territory and not for play. There we go. Wasn't so bad. Every cat's gonna have a belt or a backpack, and it's gonna carry paints that it's mixing on its back. Perfect. You should. You should. That'd be cool. I know there's a whole, you know, host of anxiety or pressure, and that's not the goal. The goal is just to encourage. I know that you enjoy it. I mean, you must, right? Given that you got that far in it, so might give you something to keep you busy, keep your mind busy. Okay, okay. That's fair. That's like how I have the watercolors. Although in this case I really need to get this whole room moved around like I want it to. Because when I do that, I'll have a lot more room for it. I can leave them out. Maybe even get a nice shelf or something to keep all that stuff on. Yeah. Bing. Why are you all here? We don't need you. Good. Why do I need 4 ladders? And a step stool. Get out of here. Yeah. Curious, what is the pink gunk supposed to be? They don't really say. I'm imagining it's whatever was in here. Probably some kind of potion. Because this is like a potion lab. And so it looks like it spilled out and went everywhere. What was that? Ah! She's making potions. Yeah. Yep. They would probably want a lot from them too. If I had to guess. Nintendo would probably just make their own version that's worse. Mario Wash. And it would be, you know, 10 times worse and it'd be $60. And there would be a season pass where you get 6 different new levels over the course of a year. Right? Yeah, like, my answer to that offer is definitely a yes. It's a more enthusiastic yes. For example, if we live near each other, I'd be like, hell yeah, bring all that shit over. Right? But because it's being sent, obviously don't rush, and don't, for God's sake, don't send it any kind of quickness. Just bare bones package, you know? The less you have to spend, the better. The way I see it. Because I also, I also need to figure out, maybe I could actually, I have I won a giveaway from Mike, and I was like, you know, I kind of just want to forfeit this because you're all the way over there and this is just for one thing. But I mean, bless his heart, he was like, oh, no, because you've been really nice and very generous and stuff. So I mentioned Jaffa cakes. I was like, man, I miss them. I was so fortunate enough to get some sent, and I miss them. And he's like, I got you, mate. And I think he went and he's hunting a bunch of different flavors down. Well, originally it was an unpainted model. It was some kind of carriage. I can't remember exactly what it was. It's like a Centurion like carriage type thing, I think. Bling. And anyway. Maybe there's stores there that have, there's a store that's having like a 60% sale or something, and so I could always get like one of those things. I don't know. I'll figure out the medium at some point. At some point a 3D printer would be nice, but it's so impractical. It's not even like the whole dream about it, or even browse different ones. Like it's so not even a thing. Yeah, that sucks. Also, speaking of which, you could go check out that video if you want to see his latest video where he talks about like using Monster Hunter stuff in his D&D, and it's pretty fascinating. I don't have a lot of D&D experience. I'd love to get back into it someday, and I'm not really a Monster Hunter guy, but it's cool to see him kind of put that concept together. Plus it will help him out. So if you want some YouTube viewing, anybody, or if y'all want to just open it and let it run and give it a thumbs up and a comment, that would help him too. Oh, is this Rust? Yeah. I could use the yellow one, but I don't want to. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said when I ended up calling it off, is even though there isn't the, it's all in how I perceive it, I still will all eternally feel like I'm making people come, like they're obliged to come and do the thing. And I'm like, honestly, as much as I'd love to have people there, I don't want that like thought in my head. Also, I'm gonna go to yellow because this actually is pretty annoying. No, I wouldn't take it. I don't take it personal. I just mean I feel as though I'm making people feel obligated, I guess. But it is what it is. Yeah. I just need to play a game that doesn't require weekly attendance. Like Baldur's Gate 3, for example, is kind of a bad example because if it's a once a week thing and you cancel it, you know, twice in a row because somebody's not there, even if it's different people not there, well then it feels like it takes forever to get anywhere. But if you play a game where you can just drop in, like Terraria, okay, you drop in, we might have killed a bunch of bosses and stuff, but here's, you know, we have some items and we're doing base stuff and blah blah blah. It's got to be something without a ton of like progression, I suppose. A better way to put it. Or something that's just different every time you start it. Bing. I mean, it would have to be roguelike, honestly. Something without any kind of saved progression, where you just, okay, it's this week, time to start fresh. And I'm kind of drawing blanks on what that would be. Trying to think of what kind of game I would want to play where I would just throw all the progress out week to week. Sense of permadeath. In what way? What do you mean by that? Yeah, the game that's actually coming to mind would be like a Lethal Company style thing where you can keep going, but if you, like, it has to reset for everybody. It can't just be if one person dies, they're out until everyone else is done. I mean, you could, but that wouldn't be very fun. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where like somebody could join and then the highlights or the progress they do gets carried over to the next person. Water cooler. Man, I'm only 56% done through this one. It's nuts. I think it's a lot of fine detail though, in like the mixers and stuff. Hi Mega, how you doing? It's powerful and quite cleaning. How are you doing? This is the Fairy Godmother's workshop. Right? Yes, Potion Factory. No, nothing so exciting. Mm-hmm. Is this a new DLC? Yes. As of a couple weeks ago. It's the Shrek DLC. How you been? It's pretty good so far, honestly. Dallas one was good, but it's just so many, you know, not curved surfaces. Or too many curved. I like it when there's not a lot. Yeah. I have no idea. They're geniuses, though. Two and a half. Yep. You are correct. On all counts. Stop laughing at me. Game. I'm easily taunted. Thank you. This thing is a nightmare to clean. The fact that I can jump up on it like that helps. You know, that would be cool since Plumpy said, like, Zach's printing stuff. We'll get him to send me something. I can paint it for Zach. I feel like anyways that's kind of what I like, not what I like, but like it was like the cross stitch, right? I can't imagine doing something for myself and putting it on the wall. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but just in general it's like, ugh, what? So the idea of like picking out a pattern and then doing it is kind of like, okay, roll my eyes. But to do it as like, to do them as like gifts, there's something motivating there. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I could find one cool, like video game one or something, you know, obviously. But I think that it would be better served as like gifts. And I mean, like, I already have, you know, 3 ideas for gift patterns lined up after the Christmas ornaments for my mother, and then the gift for the other person. I don't know why I'm pretending like it's such a big secret. It's another family member. I'm just worried that like somehow they'll find out about the stream and catch it or something. I don't know. Bing. Yeah. Yeah. Just throw your picture into the image thing and it spits out a use these colors, which is cool. I mean, the fact that it's that accessible is also really nice, right? You don't have to get a book and then here's the 20 different nature ones you can do. Like, no, you can take your own picture, feed it into this thing, and get a pixel approximation of everything. And that's really cool. Bing. 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 Oh, they're so tedious, man. Also, Sean's tweeting emojis again. So I'm sure as soon as I'm done with my week, he'll come swooping in Thursday, Friday morning. Hey. At this point, I'm just cynical about every update now. Oh, okay, that stuff's done. Jesus. Oh, this thing too. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Why do we need to fight the Atlas? I hate data mining. It was a joke from someone on Reddit. Yeah, a lot of that stuff is just scraped and auto-generated stuff. They did that with World of Warcraft by pretending that I think it was WoW. They pretended there was some great mob or enemy, and then they made a lot of posts about it, and then there started to be all these fake stories about it. Wing. Yeah. Oh, thank goodness that one's, you know, generous. I was probably some more satisfactory. I ain't quite finished with that. No Man's Sky, obviously, if it happens. I still have Core Keeper to do at some point in between there. I'd say those are the priorities right now. I don't really have anything coming out. Maybe some retro if I can nail down a controller and a memory card. You gotta be able to save. Yeah. I mean, I probably will play it right away. I'm not gonna like if it drops tomorrow, I could do it. Actually, I might finish this up and then just do it on Monday or Sunday. So I'm gonna finish this one tonight, I think. It's bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I just have 2 more stations here to finish, but it's a quarter of the level. And then there's one more, I'll probably do that one tomorrow. Wing. Can't wait to see the same drops channels back again. Despite that being against TOS. Ain't that the truth, man? Especially these days. Is that all the floor? It is, I just have these two. Yeah. Yeah, that's usually what I do. Yeah. I imagine you can open the user and report it that way too. Well, I don't know. Beautiful. Yeah. Well, the thing that pisses me off is all the unbanning they've been doing of the wrong people. How you would even think it's okay to unban those people, even if they went and rebanned them just recently, is insane. Yeah, it shouldn't even be a second chance. Some people just have irredeemable qualities and views. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in the end, that ended up being something they were, you know, you can't really fault them for, but I see what you're saying. In that instance, though, I think it was a legal agreement. Yep. Yep. They are there. Okay. Yep, thank you. Meow. I wash. What do you mean I don't wash? How dare you? Dare? You dare? No, bro, you wish. Okay? You wish. Yeah. Settle down before I kiss you on the lips. Then we'll see who's laughing. Okay, it is that part. Mm-hmm. 4%. Ah, flashbang. Oh, I didn't even realize all these were. Nope. Oh, not that one. Sure. There's nothing up there. The thing you stood on back there. Yeah, right. Okay. Wall pipes. Oh. Thought I went over that one. God, that one was enormous.